Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Okay guys, you guys are I don't know what to say honestly. So I buy the A350 and I'm like, okay, posting it for you guys. Hey, I got the A350. So someone asks if I'm going to be doing a tutorial, right? And then I make a post and like, hey guys, so should I do a tutorial for Friday or should I do a normal video for Friday? How does this even happen? Guys, tell me, how does this happen? Like 50-50. Like you know what, when I was posting this, I was at work and I was thinking, you know what, I think I'm gonna get one post each. I won't know what to do, so I decided to do the tutorial anyways. And either on Friday, if I can, I'll post a normal video on Friday, but for now we're working on this tutorial video and this is definitely going to be posted on Friday. So I'm not going to be using any ATC. I'm not going to be flying on vatsim because first of all, this is like going to be actually my actual first flight. I only did some settings, which we will go into in a bit. Now, I just needed you guys to listen to me very carefully for now because I don't want anybody's expectations to be something else. Now, I don't want you guys to think I'm a real pilot and I'm going to show you real SOPs and all of the stuff. I'm not a real pilot. I never was and I never claimed to be. Second thing is, like, I'm going to be showing you what I'm comfortable and how I'm comfortable flying this. Of course, I'm not going to be like, you know, making up stuff. Definitely, I'm going to be using all the plane's, you know, systems to make a proper safe flight. And, you know, I'm going to try to showcase to you how I'm going to be using it. And I was watching like some real pilots actually flying this plane. And honestly, also I watched the devs do it, so it's quite nice. Okay, first caveat thing. I will not be using default sim data, okay? That is not how I roll. That's not how I use anything. And like I wrote in the title, the title is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 Service Update 1, okay? So this is going to be service update 1 beta, okay? And that is what do you call them? So Inibuilds are strongly advising you guys to get this. So if you're watching this and you don't have SU1, don't come back to me and tell me you have problems because I may not be able to help you out. Okay, in 2020 it's a different case. If you're using it in 2020, that's something else. I do believe most people do not have much issues in 2020. That should be straightforward. But 2024, if you're going to be using it with the normal Navigraph, without Navigraph, and on the in the old this one in the normal stable release, then you might find problems. Because I saw British Avgig. He had the same problem that I was having in the A330, where when you're doing stars or SIDS, you will have points that are like 6,000 nautical miles away. Okay, and he had to do some like what was it again? Like he had to do heading mode and stuff like that, and Victor himself in. Like if you're going to be online investing, this is going to cause a whole lot of headaches. So that's why, first of all, I'm using Navigraph subscription. So you guys, as in like I wrote in the title, I'm going to show these two. So it's going to be SU1 beta. As of today, the version that I have is 1.3.22.0. This is the SU1 beta, this version, okay? So this is the current version that I'm using. So whatever you're going to see today is going to be from that version. If there's a newer version that comes out, I hope there will be also more fixes. But what I'm going to be showing you today is on this version. So this is what I have currently, and so far so good. And also another thing, if you guys have you have GSX and you haven't updated it, you got to, because the integration with this plane and GSX is quite needed. Okay, another caveat, I will not be using the option to keep to integrate the GSX menu into the. Now this is not an EFB, it's OINS now, okay? So we're gonna call it OINS. Okay, so the EFB is in a complete system called the OINS, which has all your charts, all your things, everything. As the EFB, it has everything. Okay, so it's like a computer. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the settings that I'm using for the OINS, for the third parties, for everything. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how the integration with the GSX works. There isn't like crazy integration, but I'll show you how to do. See, I've seen a lot of people. They have shown how the boarding happens. It's quite cool actually. It's all controlled by GSX, which is very nice. However, nobody showed how to do the fuel, and I kept like messing around a lot, and then I finally figured out how it is basically. And I'll show you this, guys, in a bit. Like, I'll take section by section and we will talk about that. So this will definitely not be a full flight. This will be me showing you different stages of like the tutorial basically, like, and I'll break it down into different parts. Then like for example, the settings will come first, then the GSX setup, then the setting up the plane, or starting up. All of those kind of things will be like, you know, but we'll be having some sort of chapters like that. And of course, we'll have some nice wing views while we're taking off. And of course, when we land, I don't know, honestly, this is going to be my first flight, so I have no idea how the recorder is going to work with this. So brace yourselves, okay? It might go wrong. This is going to be the first time. So we're going to be figuring this out together, all right? I'll try to edit as much as possible to not make myself look completely goofy, but in the same time, you know, I will try not to make it too unrealistic. All right, I'll show you whatever I come through. So yeah, okay. So let's start from the first thing. Now we're gonna be starting about the setup, right? First things first. When I did not upgrade GSX and I was loading onto the runway, and I was doing the warp me here kind of thing into the gate, I had one issue where the flight protection was gone from the plane, and it told me like maximum flight, like normal law is not working anymore or something. Flight controls normal law is not working, and I couldn't fix it. I had to like restart the plane, and when I did a couple of restarts, the sim crashed. So you guys got to be careful. You can't reload this plane more than 2 to 3 times. If you keep doing that, you will have a WASM crash. And actually, I'm not sure if that's a WASM crash, because it's not like it doesn't, the plane doesn't hang. Actually, yeah, the sim hangs, okay, and then it crashes. And it just crashed to desktop, and then you start it again. So be wary of these few things, okay? These, like, that's why I kept this all in the beginning, so that these are important notes. Please listen to them. And just make sure you know what you're getting into yourselves into. Okay, now so let's go ahead with the setups. All right, first things first, the views that they have, basically from shift 1 to shift 0, it actually gives you some really good views when it comes to your instrument views. It even gives you some really nice engine and wing views. So I use those and tweak them a little bit to have, you know, the views that you're going to see in a bit. So right now, this is what we got, right? Cold and dark. Basically, this is how you get the plane if you load up onto the gate. Now, in this case, the OINS and the EFB, they're going to be off. So you're going to need at least battery power. So battery 1, battery emergency 1, battery 2, battery emergency 2. Okay, so that will start after some time, the self tests, okay, and all the screens. Okay, and sure of the OINS, yeah, I think the OINS will start also, but as an extra we will use external power 1 and 2, and yeah, it pops up immediately. Now I made it pop up immediately, okay, because when I tried to do the OINS to start, not to start instantly, and realistically it took over 15 minutes, like real time 15 minutes, and I was like, I thought there was a problem, it was not starting. I thought maybe I made a bug or something. So yeah, if you guys go to the settings and do the OINS to be realistic, it's not a good idea. So either fast or instant. For me, it's instant. So okay, so we'll start from here. Okay, basically this self-explanatory. It's just Simbrief, and it will load your flight number, it will load your call sign, from and to. Simple, right? Then you can get the load sheet. This load sheet is basically, you can import everything from Simbrief. Now if you have GSX and it's integrated, this is pointless. Okay, can't really do much here. GSX will control it and it will load the aircraft bit by bit. So using this Simbrief import is useless. This is going to be if you're going to be doing like instant setups, for example. So that will be when, you know, you're going to need that. But for now, no, you don't need to do anything, because I have Simbrief, I have GSX integration. So guys, if you don't have GSX integration, I think you're going to have to use this window. Right. Okay, so let's go. So here, the terminal charts. Terminal charts, if you got Lido, it will be here. If you basically, if you use the so if you once you import your Simbrief flight plan, you will have the departure here and then the arrival here. So you can click on them and your charts are going to come up. For some weird reason, it's being a weird right now. Sometimes it takes a while to download, or hold on. Ah, crap. I think, okay, yeah, it's good, it's good, it's good. It's not there yet, because there's like while I was recording this, they did say I believe today there's gonna be a downtime for Navigraph, so they're gonna be like doing some upgrades or something. I forgot about that part. So yeah, so you can get all your charts here. I'm using Navigraph charts. If you're going to be using the normal Lido charts without Navigraph, when you don't put your Navigraph subscription, basically, you're going to get the normal charts that are coming with MSFS 2024. 2020, I don't know. Don't ask me about 2020. Okay, I'm not going to use that anymore. Okay, now every time you want to go back, you just press the first one. Okay, now en route charts, I do believe only Navigraph has that option, and you will not be able to get that option with the normal Lido charts with MSFS 2024. I do believe that's the only thing. Okay, so next, okay, so now we're done with this. So takeoff performance, landing performance, we're going to be using those later. Basically, you know, before we take off, we're going to do our performance. It's just like we do with any airplane. So the ground, basically, it's just if you want to open any of those doors, it's there. And of course you will see the what do you call it, the GPU connected. GPUs are here, chocks are here. If you want to remove the chocks, you remove it like this, you place the chocks, you place it here. So they did not do this whole you have to go outside and click this. I think Inibuilds was like, this is not something we want to do for our airplanes, and I really appreciate that they didn't do that, because me having to go outside into the third mode and just click all the stuff away and not be able to do it through the EFB, it's not nice. Honestly, I don't like that. So here, that's what I'm talking about, GSX integration. The only difference between if you use this or not, this is only going to remove this. So what will happen when I click this? This one will just go, okay, and it will close, and then you can activate everything from here. The only reason why I don't do this is because when I'm going to be doing the boarding, right, there are going to be options that will come out for me, right? You want to attach the pushback tug, all of that stuff. This is some realism things that I love to use, that it will not work when you're going to be using it here. So I'm not using it. Plus there's like, it's a little bit weird. It crashes sometimes, so I don't like to do that. So anyways, moving on. So we have seen the load sheets already. Now, okay, so the ground, and then you got maintenance. Maintenance is just servicing hydraulics, any other kind of service, the brakes, replacing tires, all of that good stuff. Replacing the batteries if you need. It shows you the nice the battery stuff. So refill, and I don't know what is this hydraulic refill hydraulic panel, honestly. I'm not sure what is that. It doesn't do anything on the outside. I tried, but nothing. I opened left engine and I click these. I'm not sure, but from the outside, if you go into the walk around mode and you click the engines, let me just show you that real quick. We just where are we looking at? There we go. Okay, so here, if you do this, click on the engines, okay, and you'll have like a mechanic like looking at it and stuff. It's really quite cool. And then if you close it, it closes. And there's a couple of avionics bays here. You can like click on them to this one. Oh yeah, and we have this, yeah, it's all connected. It's very nice. And we have a couple of avionics bay here. When I opened it, I couldn't really do much there, so not really sure what is there to be done here. So I just left that. And the nice thing is like when GSX comes and connects to the plane, once the fuel truck is here, it actually opens up the stop. Oh my god, oh my goodness, sorry about that, guys. So it will open up like this panel over up here, and then it will start the refueling. It's really nice. It actually really integrates with GSX, so it's very nice. So moving on, now situations. Well, you've got these situations. You got depressurization, burst strike, dual engine failure, and GPS jamming. But just be careful if you turn on any of those situations. These situations are not going to end until you reload the plane again. So be careful with these failures. You can actually start and reset any of them just to see what happens with them. I don't do much failures, and that's actually different. So other than that, let's go to the panel states. You know what panel states are, right? It's cold and dark, all of the stuff. You have a few of them here. Okay, so if you need to go into anything, you have your panels right there. Okay, so these are my settings. Okay, if you guys need to pause, need to do something, these are like the settings that I'm using. Okay, so definitely not going to use I have a control for tiller. I have the what was it again, the thrustmaster captain side stick. So that one has like it can twist, so I'm using that as the tiller. Yeah, everything else as you see it here. So OINS settings. So the auto brightness, I'm not using that for now. I mean, if I need more brightness, I'll just do it myself. So the charts, I'm using Navigraph because I have a Navigraph subscription, right? So auto day and night charts, no, I actually keep all night charts, and I change the weight to kilograms. Now here, see the EFB boot time. This is when I kept it on Rio, it was over 15 minutes. I was completely surprised with this. None of this can be changed because it's all done by delivery, which is good. Same thing here, all done by delivery. Now, of course, I have a reverser on axis, and I'm using 5% dead zones because the Thrustmaster TCAs, they have a little bit of a wobbly stuff, and they're not like complete. Like see here, like you see number 1 is lower than number 2, right? So it's a little bit of a wonky thing, so it can cause a lot of issues for you. So I found that 5% dead zones works charms. Okay, so I just moved into the detents and I fixed everything. Everything else normal setup, just like you would have in the normal Inibuilds Airbus A330 or A321. Same kind of setup. You don't have to change anything. All right, now English US for me, might do UK, I think. Let's see. If I'm going to be flying Emirates at some point, I'll put the Arabic. It would be nice. But Japanese won't work here because this is a Chinese airline. So, but for some weird reason, actually, when I saw one incident that happened in the US with a Cathay Pacific, they were Australian. It's very interesting. Anyways, noise cancelling headphones. If you want the noise in the cabin to be less, for me, I just love the noise. But I may go and put this on maybe during cruise or something, because really it depends on how loud the noise of the wind is going to be. But usually I have like a separate control for everything. Like I have the game control separate and the whatever control separate. So when I'm like flying and I don't want the noise to be too much for me, I just lower the game noise until like, you know, it's time for landing or something, then bring it back up again. So all of the stuff is on. Okay. All of this, everything. So some of the stuff by default is off, so but I put them all on. This I did not touch at all, so this is how it is. Streamer mode is on for me because I don't want anybody to use my Simbrief and my Hoppy. Same intentions, I don't have it, so it is what it is. Usually by default this will come in sim default. Now this can only be changed, okay, from here to here to here to here, only when the engines are off. So the first time I tried to do it, the engines were on, I was on the runway, so I just manually shut down the engines and I changed it to Navigraph. So if you change between any of them, you have to do update nav data, and then it will download the nav data and it will update here. Make sure that if you change nav data, I think if you have Navigraph and you want to go to sim default, you have to update nav data so that I can get all of the information from the this one, from the internet, okay, from their servers. Be very careful, okay? You need to make sure you update the nav data. And sometimes when you like, when the first time that you oh, also here there will be something like, I think you have for you to sign in for Navigraph. If you're not signed in, it will show you like a place to sign in for the barcode and everything. So that's the what do you call them? The barcode for scan, you know, the QR codes and stuff like that. So you can log in and put your credentials and everything. So that is like quite important if you need to use the nav data, of course. So this will not be there until you do that. Let's see now, simulation, AFK mode. This I think is very good in case you're like, okay, you're using time compressions and sometimes maybe the autopilot would disconnect, so it will pause it until you get back so that you don't have to freak out. Usually if I would do long flights and I use time compressions, what I would do is like I would be around, I would be actually close. So if a disconnect happens, usually I will keep it on speakers and I will hear the so I'll come running to it. And I would only use pulses on top of descent also if I'm away. Right now I do short flights, so I'm not interested in this. Auto GPU disconnect, honestly I don't know when it will do that. Like, when will it disconnect the GPU? I don't know, so I'm just leaving it off. I'll disconnect it myself. Okay, auto step climbs, that will only be there in case you're going to be you're doing a really long flight, you know, crossing the pond, doing something like that, and you know, you want to let that do the step climbs on your own. Usually you would import the step climbs from Simbrief and it will do the step climbs on its own. That's how I understand it. If I'm wrong, please let me know, but I think it just like, that's from what I heard, it's just you have to have the the step climbs in the flight plan, and it will just do it for you. You don't have to do anything. Auto time compression would be good also, so that it will go off in case you know there's going to be something like that's not okay and the autopilot might disconnect or something. And you go up to 4. I think 4 is fair enough, honestly, but usually for me, MSFS 2024, most of the time 4 did not even work. It was causing a lot of issues, so who knows. Auto import step climbs, for me it's yes, because you know it is what it is. So this is performance mode in case like, you know, you're having any issues with the frames or something like that. I will test first. I'm using the normal, so I'll see if I might need performance mode or not. It depends if I'm using a lot of frames, but so far I don't see any issues. So I guess we've done everything. We've gone through everything. The nice thing also is that, because see, I keep my view like this, so you can actually put your charts and pin them, and then you can just like have the chart where you're flying. It will be very, very nice and cool. Now, setting up the plane. Usually I set it up as I set up any other plane. Airbus is Airbus, right? So you do here the fire test actually does all of them in the same time, which is quite nice. So you take the APU fire and everything. Okay, so put everything on nav, IRS 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, crew supply on. Usually I leave it on captain, just like A330 driver, he does that too. And here there's no recorder ground control. Okay, so this is basically like when you're going to be on the ground, you want the flight recorder, sorry, the voice recorder to work, so you can just record that. You record your voice and everything. So the nice thing about this plane is that nav mode will always be on 1. Okay, and the logo is on auto. If you want to put it on I think at night or something, that's up to you. Now here's one other thing. There's only taxi light and takeoff light for the nose, and there's no turn off lights, so don't like keep clicking stuff around here. There's no taxi light, there's only the taxi lights, and that's it. Seat belts usually go to I believe in this airplane auto seat belts is like, I think is to be controlled by the purser, so they will be the ones who are doing it on and off. I think if you put it on auto, not really sure. I've seen most people put it on auto anyway, so the no smoking or no personal devices, usually yes. No mobiles will be 80. And no mobile devices, that will be of course on auto, because once we take off and gear is up, then it's okay, it's all fine. So that's about it. That's everything that we have to do here. Don't have anything to do up there. Yeah, we're good. Now okay, so the IRS will align. It's aligning. So these are going to be the displays where you're going to have the McDoos. Of course, you know, on other planes you'd have it like on the side, like the small McDoos. Now here it's not like that. Here's the standby altimeter, and here you're going to have the McDoo. So first things first, go to init. Okay, so this is the company flight plan request. Basically it will download using your Simbrief account. You just download the flight plan, which makes life easier, and you guys know me, I like life when it's easier. All right, so now once it's received, you just go and insert, and it will populate everything for you. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so now you can do company wind request also, so it will get also from Simbrief the wind data, and then you can just insert it. Okay, so I think you don't have to insert it, it will insert by itself. Now I've seen I forgot who it was, one of the streamers, he was like sitting over here, is like, there's no wind. I was like, oh oops, it's over here. So yeah, the climb wind is there, cruise wind, I think cruise wind only populates, that's my theory, and I think it's going to be like that because other Airbuses are like that. So it will only populate the cruise wind once you have finished your init, basically putting the weights and all of that stuff. Okay, so we will leave the wind for later until we finish our weights and balances. Okay, so weights is going to be here, fuel and load. So the nice thing about this, okay, first of all, if you need to use your keyboard over here, if you just click here and start typing, nothing's going to happen. Okay, you have to press for me it's the left control, and then it becomes active, and then you can write whatever you want. Okay, and if you ever want to get out of this, there is no escape or something, you have to press enter and it will get out. Okay, so that is how you do it. So packs numbers, all of that stuff, you can, if you already have everything set up here, there's going to be on the load sheet. Right, so now I'm gonna show you the Simbrief, the GSX integration, because GSX will, like, once GSX is like connected and it's gonna control everything, this does not work. You can't set anything. If you try to make Simbrief import and you click 0 fuel weight, it will load everything and then it will go back to 0. Like that's how it is. you have to use your GSX. Okay, so now let's do the GSX. So let's request refueling. I usually like to do refueling, catering, and then boarding. Okay, but once the catering comes, then I can start the boarding. So just do this. Now, for this plane, you don't do anything in the EFB. You will just need to make sure everything here is okay and this one is okay, and it got the latest Simbrief that you have done, because the refueling will have to go and check. See, it will check the fuel, it will check the packs, it will check everything. So for that to work, you're gonna get the pop-up. Okay, don't try to change that. I've tried, by the way, if you try to change anything in this plane, it will save it once, but once you reload the GSX one more time, it will go back. So okay, so we use a block fuel 12% from OFB from the Simbrief. So let's put from Simbrief, right? Then they will come out and then they will start loading everything into the plane. Okay, now like I said, things are going to happen, and the EFB does not control this anymore. I'm going to show you now. Once they connect and start refueling, we will see it now. So yeah, see what I was talking about before when I was doing the walk around one, right? I told you this opens up. So once the truck is here, this will open up, and then he will come in. It will actually connect directly into the panel, and then they will start the refuel. Let's have a look. And voila. So and of course the refueling will start automatically, and it does not see the fuel on the plane. It will not see the EFB. Whatever you try to do, it will not work. You have to do it this way. All right, so don't get confused, because I've tried it like maybe 4 times to try different methods. None of them worked except for this. You have to do it this way. So that's your only choice right now. Okay, so like I said, I do believe that, yeah, it's actually reducing over here. If you look, it's doing the filling right here. So that's working fine. And see, I did not have to do anything in the load sheet. You just can't do anything over here. It'll just not do anything. So now we're gonna call on getting the passengers. Okay, we're calling the boarding. So once the boarding is called, there's a couple of things that, like I said, this one will do that. The if you use the integration inside the EFB, it will just mess everything up. So see, connecting the pushback tub. This is the realism thing that I love, and see, I don't want to have the crew. I think by default that will not be there. The crew will not be loaded. But this will never happen. This will be like GSX default, which would be no. Which actually, I don't know why GSX got this and still, like, you know, get the default as no. I don't understand. And here's another thing. I don't know why Inibuilds did this. They did this wrong twice.
We are ready for pushback.
In the A330 is the same problem. If the jetway connects here, it will open both these doors. And if it connects here, it's fine. But if it connects there, it will connect both the doors. So it is a little bit of a nuisance. So I would always have to close this door.
Departure check completed.
Even though they checked the correct door, but not sure why that happens. And this one just opens. I mean, the correct door is there, the check is there. This is both, that door is the correct one. But yeah, so we connect the tow truck now. Oh yeah, let's show you guys what happens in the load sheet. So there you will be hearing passengers starting, but this will not start for quite a while. Okay, once you will start seeing here, and also the reason why I leave this outside here is because I get some notifications, you know, it's loading passengers, loading the bags, it's loading I don't know what, how many passengers are left. I like to see these kind of things, and you will not be able to see them if you put them inside the EFB. Like, see, this stuff is completed. I like to know these things because sometimes I may not be wearing my headset or something, blah blah blah, something going on. So it is what it is, right? So now refueling is completed, and you still, then, like, the passengers are still not going. So once the passengers start loading up, actually from GSX it will start changing the numbers in the EFB, and the weight of the plane will start to change. So we will not be able to get the final figures as usual, you know, in a real plane. Of course, you'll not be able to know your final figures, but if you do want to fill out your weight and fuel, what you can always do is use your EFB and use your operational flight plan. You can always do that, you know. Now see as the people are loading up, this will start. Yeah, see, 25 kilos, 20 kilos. The bags are starting to load, and then slowly the passengers they're gonna load also. Economy is forward and maybe first or something. It's slowly gonna start loading now. So you will be able to, like, along with the GSX showing you that how many passengers are boarding. See, now you have like 5 passengers boarded or something, right? So you got baggages, you got the aft economy and forward economy. See, it's like starting now, how many passengers and how much weight is in each one. So it's gonna start to fill up until it reaches the proper zero fuel weight, and it'll give you the zero fuel weight center of gravity. All of that stuff, all of the good stuff is gonna come. Okay, so you cannot use these while you have GSX. GSX just takes over. I didn't see any way of actually turning it off or on. It's just there. It's like, you got GSX, you gotta use GSX. That's all there is to it, you know. So so yeah, I mean, for now we can put in whatever we have in the Simbrief dispatch, and then we can later on we can check the real values for it. So fuel on board we got, hold on, let's forget this one. Fuel on board we got 15.4. So we just enter, and it will give me 15.4, I believe. I know I have to press the control key. 15.4, done. So control. So you need to press control every time you're going to a new what do you call it? When you go to do anything anywhere, when you click out of it and you click this one, you have to press the control first. So yeah, sign in. And we're linked. Okay, so we got zero fuel weight is 186.4. So we can write this here. 186.4. Enter. Now packs we've got 302. So VO2. Enter. Anyways, we have to enter the reserves and everything from here. 1.4 tons. 1. Let's say 1.5. 1.5 tons. If you want to use this keyboard, it's fine. It might be easier, honestly. Alternate is 1.8. Enter, and the final be 2.5. 2.5. And that's fine. Okay, so it'll give you the takeoff weight, it'll give you everything. So now I do believe if you go back to the wind, you should be able to get a cruise now. Very good. So now it will give you that this is going to be a cruise. So you have to put the weights in first to have a cruise. Otherwise, you'll not get cruise. And here you don't have to import it again. It will just say add group up, and that's it. So, and you can actually choose where will be your top of climb. Where would you, which point do you want the cruise to be on? So it's quite a neat system. You know what I mean? Okay. Entry out of range. That's fine. GPS primary. Okay, we're good. So yeah. So, all right. So to what was I gonna say? So there is something called GSX. Something called surveillance here. Okay, I know the easiest way to go to it would be this button. Okay, hold on a sec. Oh yeah, and you have a message list here in case you missed anything. You can just go through it again. So any message you just erase, it won't be gone forever. You know what I mean? So that's good. Fruit printer. I think it's up here. Yeah, surveillance will be up here. So ATC com will be if you're going to be using PDLC, and then you got the checklist menu. Okay, which is also down here, and FCU backup, that's different, and then surveillance. So surveillance is basically your TCAS and all of that stuff, right? So what I do, default settings, confirm, so standby and everything. Yes, standby, TCAS on standby. Okay, so I do believe if you're gonna have to squawk mode Charlie, you would have to do these alt reporting and ADSR reporting. Okay, so this you'd have to do. Okay, and of course we use the above when we're climbing, below when we're descending. Terrain and all of this stuff, it's all cool. Everything on auto, don't change anything, just keep everything on auto. So this is where you're gonna come to do the TARA before this one, before taking off. I would just leave it on here before going to, let's say, before entering the runway. So just click, go, that's it, you're done. Okay, so as per usual, we keep flight plan here, and we would keep the takeoff here. So we go back to FMC this one, and so our departure today will be, my friends, 07 right, runway 07 right, checked. SID will be the Dalo 1. Oh, 07 right. Right. Dalo 1 X-ray. No transitions, enter.
This way, please.
Insert flight plan. And our arrival today will be to runway 06. So we will do the ILS runway 06. Star.
Morning. Hello.
How do you scroll down these things though? Oh, you have to use this to scroll down. So the see the guys where I went through the ball here, and then there's like an arrow up or down. This is where you can use your mouse here, and it will just keep scrolling down for you. So we're gonna be on Taddle 5 Romeo. Keep going down. Taddle 5 Romeo. Right there. Okay. Okay, the vias. There will be no vias. It will be a straightened one. So what my plan is,
This way, please.
What I'm going to do first is I'm going to go because
This way, please.
I'm going to do the first approach will be normal, but I'm going to go do a go around. The reason why I'm going to do the go around is not like in the Airbus A350 you got two go arounds. Okay, it's not just straightforward like the first go, like all the other Airbuses. You just go to toga and that's it. No, this one has a soft go around, which is not full thrust go around. So that also I do believe they said because the engines are quite strong, so the pilots could get disoriented a little bit, or like they feel like, you know, the power of the engines too much, and it could cause a little bit of disorientation or something. I'm not sure exactly what they said. They use a different word, but yeah, it's like they use some kind of a feeling that they get when they just get blasted into space with full thrust, you know. So what did they usually do is you put your what do you call it, the thrust will go to toga, and in a second back to climb, and then it will put the thrust for that soft go around thing. And of course then we will put our like, so if you're landing at full flaps, I would usually, in a heavy airplane, I would land at full flaps. Airbus A350, A380, I think I would do it. But I will also check the flaps 3, how will that be, because also we're also going to be showing the brake to vacate today, so I'll be trying it out. And it's not I'm going to show it, I haven't tried it ever, so we need to do the brake to vacate thing and see how that works. So yeah, and if you notice, the flight director is only one here, just it will just activate both of them.
May I see your boarding pass?
So we're always going to be on arc. Okay. And then once you go into this zoom,
Good morning.
not available. Okay, now it's loading the map. Usually when we're going to be taxiing, we're going to be using the OINS, and we are going to be having the
Pass, please.
airport chart, like taxi chart, right in front of you, so that, you know, will be cool. So yeah, I do believe that's it for now. I'll just let this load, because it does take a while to load, so we'll let this load. And there we go, there we go. And the nice thing about it is that
Good morning.
you can also like move the map around, which is super nice. You can move it around, but once you let go, this is very interesting. So if I want to look at the map, for example, around here, I can go all the way up to here, and then if I let go, it will go back to where my plane is. It's quite nice, actually. Okay, so and we can zoom out, and then over here you hold this, so you have to click and hold for a while and then just move around. See, our takeoff runway is labeled for us so that we know where we're taking off from, which is quite good, actually. Quite good. And it will zoom back, zap back directly, snap back to our plane, which is very, very nice. Let's do this. Yeah, the APU does not the APU does not need like this 3-second stuff. It will do its tests, it will do everything on its own. See? Nice. Flap open, but the APU does take a while to start up, so gotta give it a minute. Okay, so I do believe this is all done. That's cool. Now, so now that we have done the loading, we can actually. So what I would suggest is just to leave it here so that. Oh wow. Okay. But anyways, let's just do this and click enter. Okay, 186.4, which was exactly what we said it's going to be. Then just enter. Now we get the 0 fuel weight, and the block fuel is fine. Okay. Now we have loaded everything up. Let's go to our takeoff perf. Sync everything. Pre-select. Air selecting airport. Okay, so runway. Sync FMS. Okay, sync all of that. Now we sync everything here. Let's go for config 2. Air condition. Air condition. So air conditioning is usually off. It's usually on as a standard. See, this is standard, and the thrust 2 is also standard. Okay, so it is telling you what is a standard and what is not, except for the flaps. Flaps you can use this, usually 1 or 2, plus F or 2. All right, so let's go for compute. Okay, so send to FMS. It doesn't tell you when it's sent to MFMS, so let's go to the perf page. Confirm. Okay. Excellent. Packs on, anti-ice off. That's very nice. Okay, so we're good here. We're good to go for pushback. Now, go operate the jetway. So when you operate jetway, usually this will close. Yep. And we can go APU on. Sorry, beacon on. And look at that. Gone. Okay. Even though I don't have that option, but okay. All right, so let's see the weather conditions right now. It is 1016. Initial climb is, I believe, 5,000. 5,000. So here, once you start doing this, it goes to the managed node. So, okay. So let's prepare for pushback and departure. Everything is fine here.
Locking gear.
So yeah, another place you can change your stuff is your squawk code in case you need to like change it quickly on the fly. You can just squawk right here, and then you can just go back to VHF. That's it, you know, it's nice. And the nav, well, let's just stand by nav. Just squawk, you need to squawk, you squawk here. Gas above, all this other color red, designated point, it's 7. Damn it, I don't know which one is which. You know what, whatever. It is what it is.
Release parking brakes.
Okay, so brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
And our first pushback guides. Quite exciting. All right, so we'll push back from behind the road, and then we will start engine number 1. I'm gonna have to watch also a few videos to see how the pilots, the real pilots, are starting up the engines. Are they starting at least one engine during pushback and then the second engine while they're on the taxiway, or they wait until they stop? Wow, did you guys hear that? Oh, once I put the starter on ignition, straight away you'd hear the loud sound of the APU just go. That's so cool. All right, starting one. Wow.
Set parking brakes.
Engine one's available. Brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for
Starting
good
engine
engine
two.
start.
For standby. Oh geez. The fuel thing is just, I think GSX doesn't close it. That is stupid. Okay, so engine 2 is also available. Let's disconnect.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Go off. And flaps 2.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
And this is music to my ears, guys. Oh my
Left is
god.
clear. Right is clear.
Okay. Okay, did it set? Yeah, it set the takeoff. Alright, and we have the pin. Now fill up. Okay. It's a little bit. It's not a little bit, it's a lot of it. Okay, so flight control chain. Up. Hold it. Down. Good. Control. And left. Right. Neutral. I'm following the instructions of Mr. A350 driver on how to do the flight control shift properly. Okay, rudder, left. The thing is, my rudder just like swings a lot faster than right. It goes to the end very quickly. Control. So I think I need to. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is correct. Okay, good. Good. Okay, that's fine. I guess I had to move it like a couple of times, the hardware, so that it's hey. Now taxi light. So here's my issue with this. It's like scroll down goes up, and now like everything in my mind is just jumbled now. Anyways, no worries about that. Just okay, nice. Check. Fine. Pressure is 0. Okay. Now let's click the RTO. And where's the takeoff config? Right here. Oh yeah, takeoff config is different in this one. You're gonna have to switch for a bit. There we go, and then it will show normal. I forgot to do the control, the checklists. Builds are on. For the law, park and brake as required. Close, parking brake as required. Okay, checklist complete. Then it will go back to wherever you were. So faster start checklist. We are still 20 knots is fine. Yeah, 20 knots is fine. So anti-eyes off, continue. So I don't know, this checklist is complete. Is the next checklist before takeoff. Before takeoff checklist. To the line, flight controls check, instruments check, briefing confirmed. We are set and squawk is set. 27 knots. That was still good. Actually, this thing is quite nice though. This is so cool though. Once it started to move, this thing just closed. It's good. It's good.
Approaching 07 right.
Be intentional. Okay, so spark is fine. Let's checked. Spark is okay. Okay, takeoff runway confirmed. And crew advised. Packs. So the packs usually have to go off. We said you're gonna be a standard
On
takeoff
runway
with packs.
07 right.
That was a very interesting thing. Let's stop here. Packs go off, yeah? 1 and 2 off. Huh. You don't say. Okay. So packs will be off for APU. Take takeoff data, and then let's put here. Anti-ice off. Packs, air conditioning off. X. Compute. And to FMS. Confirm. Okay. Right, so yeah, the elapsed timer will be on its own and flight will be on its own. So ready? Ready. Zoom out a little bit. Alright. Percent. Stabilize. Take off. Maniflex 72 SRS solid thrust blue. Or set. Knots. And there's a sheep in the middle of the runway. Oh my goodness. What the hell was that? B1.
B1.
Great. Okay. Positive climb. Gear up. One on. Okay, climb thrust. And last one. Okay, and flaps up. Go to our cruising altitude. Ground spot is off. Taxi lights off. They're supposed to be on takeoff, but okay. I knew I forgot something. Yeah. This is quite nice. This thing, I don't know what to do with this thing, honestly. Like, it's supposed to be closed. Is this? Yeah, active approach mode. No, that's fine. Auto D rate is fine. Here we go to Pipeline, and here we can go to managed 30 nautical miles, 39 nautical miles. What is our current cruise altitude? Is flight level 410. We got terrain here and we got weather here. Very nice. Constraints on both sides, so we can keep an eye on stuff. Airports too. This is beautiful, guys. Honestly, so smooth, so nice. I don't have any issues with it. It's just perfect. That's so nice. Anyways, I guess this concludes this part of the tutorial. We went all the way up to takeoff and climb. You guys already know 10,000 belts off, APU, what is it called again? Landing lights off, you know, regular stuff. Then we go to the cruise. I'm gonna cut all of that out because, well, this is a tutorial video, so we're not gonna be doing this. But once we are gonna be reaching, like, let's say around 80 nautical miles from top of descent, then I will start the calculations and you know, the brake to vacate and all of that stuff, all of that good stuff. So we usually start 80 nautical miles before top of descent, so that we have a lot of time in case there's like something we need to check, some changes are happening, some things are going on, so you know, we are prepared. So nice. Also the VSD. Oh yeah, and yeah, I knew I forgot something. So I believe surveillance here, TARA above, and that is good. Okay, let's go back to flight plan. I do believe using this keyboard is a lot easier than using this stuff. So standard, setting standard, guys. Yes, that's very good. This came up. Standard is push, not pull in the A350. Just make sure you guys are... Oh my god, I forgot even to turn on the light. Landing lights. Actually, hold on. And this is what? So if I do this, nothing. This, nothing. So yeah, it should have been on, and then it goes to auto when we are gonna be in this one. I think everything else will stay on auto, except for the seat belts will stay on, and once we are past 10,000, we put it on auto. That's something I completely forgot. There we go. Nice. This is static, so it's not like, you know, changeable and stuff, but it's still good. Looks nice. Yeah. I think if it was like, you know, changeable dynamics of it might have hurt the FPS a little bit, so good that it is this way. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys once we are preparing for our descent, so that we can continue the rest of the tutorial. See you in a bit. Alright, so first things first, let's check the data at our landing airport in the Philippines. Let's go to approach. Wind is 6 knots, 60, and then we clear this one, 60, enter, and at 6 knots, enter, OIT is 24 degrees, at enter here, 153. Which is 1013. Okay, now we got that done. Oh, let's do the brake to vacate, and all the way down to zoom. Here we go. I loaded this a little bit earlier, so you guys could. Okay, so the dry goes up to here. We can use this exit. That brake to vacate exit. The hell? Okay, turn around 70 to 100 minutes. What about this? Yeah, these are all fine, honestly. Yeah. There's a runway, okay. and York. And that's about it. That's all we gotta do. Okay guys, I guess I'll see you at the approach. So we're gonna be doing is so yeah, like I said, we're gonna do one go around, and then we will be coming back for the second time. Will be first. I'm gonna show you how the ILS is gonna be working. So we're coming through the ILS, you know, normal stuff, landing system, so on and so forth, and then we'll do a go around, and then we will come back so that I can show you the soft go around. Then we will come back with the what you call it. We will come back with the RNP approach. See you guys in a bit. You done? And let's see. And flaps 3. Look at the wing flex, it's so cool. And put it off. Runway in sight. Check, stable.
Approaching 06.
Confirmed. Oh. Oops. Quite.
Flight slow.
500.
Checked.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
400.
Flight slow.
This is very interesting.
100 above. 300.
Flight slow.
Minimum 200.
Continue.
Flight
Anyway,
slow.
we're gonna go close and then we're gonna do a
100.
go around.
50. 40.
Go
30.
around. Okay, here we go. Gear up. Laps 2. Okay. R1 on. We are to climb. How much? What is our climb 6,000. And that's one. And flaps up. Okay. $250 knots. And so okay. Now let's go to flatland. Continuity. Okay. Destination. And okay, so runway 06 will be the same. Approach via nothing. That's approach will be the RNF 06. Let's check here. RNF runway 06 and via window. Okay, insert. Let's do position direct 2. No, cancel. Turn to direct 2. Window, insert. Actually, let's go to trees. Let's go back here. via Greece. Okay. 6. RNF 06. 6. RNF 6 via Greece. Let's go direct to Greece. How much fuel do we got left? About 3,100. Oh, that's very, very low. But no, actually, I think that's correct because we needed to use that. So basically, we're minimum fuel. So I think we need like around another, let's say 3,000 or more. So let's say I have to add, I think minimum we have to add 3,000. So cross feed A and B on. Cross feed A and B on. Okay. Land ASAP. Okay. Cleared. Okay. So this will be a FLS, right? So basically now it's not an ILS, it's an FLS. So this is going to be an RNP approach using FLS. So you guys are going to see it looks like the we call it. It looks like an ILS, but it's not really an ILS. So we need to descend to 3,000. Let's go down to 3,000. And then we will try to get. You guys see how it was? I think that is mechanical turbulence. I think I did that to myself. They were like, just shaking the side stick too much, I think. But I wasn't doing any extreme stuff. I was trying to do it very slowly, but I think maybe I need to even lower the amount of inputs. So I need to do the inputs even slower, just try to get the plane on the correct path. And I need to fly it, hand fly it a lot more to get used to how this plane reacts to everything. So yeah, definitely something to do. 1700 and that Lima 06 Bravo. That's when we will be before that we'll engage the final approach mode. That's correct. 1700, and from there this will be the max 210 knots. Yes, we are at 210 knots now, and we'll cross this while we're descending. Anyways, let me put the approach mode now. Check destination data. Destination data is gone. Oh no. Oh no. And this one's gone to, oh geez, man, this. Okay, so we will be taking this exit. And set for BTV exit. No, it's okay, it's still there. BTV exit is still there. Okay, it's activated. We're good for now. Okay. All right. It's just, I didn't know that you have to do this. Okay, so we gotta keep in mind, guys. Here. let's go to wind magnitude is, this is real quick, 70, enter. 3 knots, enter. And we got the OAT is 24, enter.
2,500.
UNH 1014. Oh god, I have to be watching this. Confirm. Wait, enter first and then confirm this. Yes. And the barrel, we got 410. 410, enter. Okay, we're good here. Enter out of range. That's not this one now. Okay, so now we're 1,700 and we are heading. Okay, so now we arm the approach. If I don't arm this one, what happens? If not, I guess same thing, I guess. So I guess this is only FLS. We only have FLS here. Okay, so flaps 1. Right. Okay. Right, let's go. Gear down. Flaps 2. Gear down. Flaps 2. Spoilers. Spoilers armed. And flaps 3. Flaps 3. This is a very beautiful scenery, honestly. Alright. Okay, autopilot off. I have control.
1,000.
Check stable.
Approaching 06.
Very, very slight. It's very slight.
$500.
Checked.
100 above. 400. Minimum
Continue. Gonna be above the glide slope very
300.
soon. Okay. FLS seems to be a lot more accurate than the ILS. ILS brought us like a little bit high, so good.
200.
Okay.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
17. I don't even know how that worked. Okay, reverse green. E-sail. 60 knots.
1,500 meters remaining.
30 knots. Sound the brakes. Go out at R1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign has been turned off. We remind you to check around your seat for any personal belongings before you leave the aircraft. On behalf of the crew, thank you for flying with us today, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.
I think I landed way too soft. I did not need to do it. I thought it was going to like, you know, be a heavy landing, so that's why I kept like, you know, adjusting. But I think I could just lift a little bit, and I think the level that I was coming in already was smooth enough, so I should have just continued the same rate, and it should have been fine. I don't think this, I don't know, this is definitely not the scenery. So I'm not sure why it got unloaded though. Don't understand it. I do not understand what happened to the scenery. I will have to look and check later. Because I do remember like when I was planning this flight, I did activate the scenery. That's what I distinctly remember. But yeah, anyway, so you guys saw the ILS, how it is, and you saw the RNP, now it's FLS for this plane. And also the A380 is also FLS. Both of these planes are FLS. But this is definitely not the paper scenery that I have. Oh god, I'm gonna have to check what happened. But yeah, guys, it was and the configuration is quite easy to do. You don't really have to do that much. And see, even like last minute I had to, like, you know, run and do some things, so it was fine. It wasn't a big deal for me. So yeah, definitely. I mean, I think this is not how Philippines looks like. The freaking Manila airport does not look like this for sure. Anyways, let's just okay, yeah, shit, I forgot to turn the APU on. Yeah, I'll just park it here, forget it, and then just do like, just warp me there. Whoop. Nope. Like literally, that cannot be the scenery. No way, no, definitely not it. Nope. Yes, let me just see if it got deactivated somehow, because I swear I remember I installed it. Let's check RP Philippines. Yeah, Cloud Surf is there. Wait, this is the title is Cloud Surf IPLL fix. What the hell is this? Did I mess up something in the files? It's supposed to be Cloud Surf Simulations, this one. This is definitely not Cloud Surf Simulations. No way. I'm gonna have to figure it out, guys. I'm gonna have to figure out what was the problem and load it up properly next time. Or next time. Anyways, so yeah, APU bleed. And let's shut down. Okay, let's just oh crap, that wasn't very good parking. Yeah, I know, I don't know what the hell. Let's enter pushback. The position aircraft here at the gate. Okay, there we go. Okie dokie. So this one off. Don't need these anymore. This one actually should stay on always. Okay. Let's go to ground and connect the GPU and the chocks. Chock set. Yeah, and we're good. What? The brakes, okay. Fine. Fine, don't get angry at me. Keyboarding. Let's see now. Okay. The wheel conditions. Not bad. 160 is fine, I guess. Okay, cool. Anyways, guys, that's actually the tutorial. I did mess up quite a bit, but I don't know, man. I see that the cloud surf Manila is on this like chosen, but this can't be it. There's no way this is it. So there's something weird going on here. So yeah, let me check it out. I don't know why this happened, because the other one loaded properly. Maybe something is wrong with the files. Maybe I have to re-download it, something. Let me double check and see. But yeah, hope you guys like this. This is my first ever tutorial. I mean, mainly it's just the settings in the beginning and setting up the approaches and all of that stuff. And now you saw how you do the go around. So soft go around, you put toga, and then it's just like a second later or something, put it back to climb thrust, and then continue with this one. So gear up, flaps one notch higher. So basically we were coming in at flaps 3, so we went up to flaps 2. So yeah, that's about it. And you saw now the system for the RNAV is the FLS now. This plane and the A380 both, they use only the FLS, so that is another nice thing. You saw how accurate it was. It was actually bringing us quite low through the runway, so which is very, very, very good. You can follow it all the way in. Very nice, very accurate. So yeah, man, loving this plane. But like I said, SU update 1 beta, go for that. Don't use the normal one, because you may have issues. And I do believe, don't quote me on this, but I do believe the brake to vacate will work with the default this one, the default, the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. You know, I think, because I think with the lead, I'm not sure with the leader charts if it works or not. I think they said it works, but don't quote me on that. I do believe it might work even if you don't have the Navigraph. Maybe. Not quite sure, because I heard some contradicting stuff. Like some other guy said no, it only the brake to vacate only works with the Navigraph. But I do think I remember when they did the stream, you know, when they were talking about the plane on the first time, they said, I think I remember. My memory is really shitty, so I think they said with or without it should work fine. So you don't really need to have Navigraph to use brake to vacate. I think they did it that way. So yeah, guys, I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna test that out because it is a little bit of a headache to swap between you know, the databases and stuff. You have to update, you have to restart, you have to do stuff. So I don't really like, I have my Navigraph subscription, so I'm always going to be using that. I will not be using the normal stuff. So I mean, if you guys want to test it out, you guys don't have Navigraph, give it a shot, see if you can do brake to vacate. I already showed you guys how to do it. So yeah, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like, this is my first This is my first tutorial ever. And like, I don't really do tutorials because I know there's like a lot of good people out there, big creators that do tutorials. So I didn't think it would be needed for me, but hey, you know, if you guys want to see it, I would be more than happy to make whatever tutorials you guys want. Of course, like, you know, whenever I actually do fly that certain airplane, I was already buying this one, so I was like, why not? Why don't I give you guys something that you guys want? So any constructive criticism is always welcome, you know, as long as you guys are good about it and you format it in a nice manner to me, and you just tell me what's on your minds, and you know, if it helps me out to, you know, give you guys better content, I'm all for it. So please guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. I'll try to see what's the problem with the scenery. Take care of yourselves, guys. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye.